In this video, we will be studying about the consumption function. Now see, what is the consumption expenditure? See, the amount that you will spend on the purchase of your goods and services means you are purchasing goods and services to consume. So you are spending some money on that. So that becomes your consumption expenditure. So your consumption expenditure is the amount of money spent by the people on the purchase of goods and services in order to satisfy their wants directly. So whenever you are purchasing goods and services means you are spending the money, means you are doing the expenditure, and you are purchasing goods and services in order to consume, right? So it becomes your consumption expenditure. See, your consumption expenditure is related to your income. Let's say your income is total income is rupees. We are talking in the macro concept, so we'll be taking income of all 500 crores, and the consumption expenditure is rupees 4,000 crores, which means out of 5,000 crores you are spending 4,000 crores on your income, and the remaining is your saving, that is rupees 1,000 crores. So relationship between consumption and income is called your consumption function. Now what is consumption function? Consumption is the function of income. So your consumption function is the relationship between your consumption and income. So this is your consumption function. Now see, as your income increases, your consumption increases. But the rate at which your income increases, your consumption increases at the lower rate. Suppose your income was 4,000 crores, your consumption was, let's say, 3,000. Your income has increased to 5,000 crores, your consumption has increased to 3,500 crores. Now see, here your income is increased from 1,000 crore, but here your consumption is increased only for 500 crores, right? So what you do, as your income increases, you increase your consumption but less than what your income increases. Increase in income, right? So what you do, you start saving that amount. This is your fundamental psychological law, which says consumption expenditure increases with the increase in income. I told you, increase in consumption is less than the increase in income, that your consumption is increasing less than your increase in income. So consumption does not increase at rate at which income increases. This is normal psychological behavior of the consumer. So this is the fundamental psychological law. Now let's see this on a graph. This is a graph. On x-axis we always take your income. Here we take your consumption expenditure or consumption. So your consumption function is the relationship between your income and consumption. See here your income is increasing. At zero level your income is increasing. Right? At level 0 there will be some consumption. I told you there is some fixed minimum level of consumption, minimum level of expenditure. So it will be increasing. This is your consumption. This is the part of negative savings, means your savings are negative. We did this in aggregate supply schedule. Here your savings are positive. You are spending, your consumption is less than your income, which means that part of your income is being saved. When your income is less than your consumption, means you are using your savings for it, means your savings are negative in this case. This is the point Q where your consumption is equal to your income, and this is known as the break-even point, where your income is equal to your consumption. So when income goes beyond Q, your consumption increases but less than Y. So this is just positive savings. You do savings. And this is when your incomes are less than your consumption, you withdraw your savings. So your savings are less. I hope you have understood the consumption function. Do download our Scholars Learning app and enjoy the learning experience with us.